This here is BFRO Report 39037. What I find interesting about this is these folks had absolutely no preconceived ideas that what they were listening to or experiencing was Bigfoot behavior until they looked it up and found a match and was like, huh, well, that's interesting. Let's dive into this, shall we?
We have heard in the springtime of the year a sound like a whoop. It was always at dusk, and into the night. It sounded ape-like. It would just go whoop, 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 and just keep doing that. Our family would stand outside and listen. We have only heard it the spring of the year and at dusk into dark. We also heard a screaming, high-pitched howl coming from the creek, late at night. This was in the dead of winter and we could hear it, from inside the house. It was like it was moving up and down the creek. We joked as a family and said the howl must be coming from a manic coyote. We only heard that screaming howl that winter. Maybe about 3 or 4 times. It was frightening, as I have dogs and whatever was making the sound, I did not want it coming after my dogs. My daughter also reminded me of something that happened about 12 years ago. We found a very large footprint by the barn. It looked like a human foot, but toes deformed like. We only found one. She also remembered when we found the footprints there had been a sound of screaming and crying and wailing coming from deep in the woods. We all saw the footprint and heard the wailing. To think what we are hearing is a Bigfoot. We never thought about a Bigfoot making these sounds. But my husband was on YouTube and then came across a video on Bigfoot. We watched it and then he pulled up a video on Bigfoot vocals and we heard the whoop and scream. It sounded like what we have heard. Then I found out Portage County has seen sightings of Bigfoot. Just wanted to share this with someone who believes what we have heard.
I also thought it was interesting, grandparents lived in the 60s who also lived on the same road, heard screams and odd sounds from the creek area. This has been going on for a while. This is part of the fauna, and they probably didn't even, well, that's just a critter in the woods. That's just something big doing whatever. Doesn't really come to the house, so I don't care. That kind of mentality, and it's just fascinating as heck. I wonder sometimes how many people hear weird things in the woods and they're just like, well, that's just the woods. Weird stuff goes on in there. And don't give it a second thought. Meanwhile, they live right next to a Sasquatch and don't even know it. Interesting as heck. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you on the flip side. I'm out.